Let's go over what I'm going to be using in the month of September, also reviewing what has been going on with my planning system in the month of August. I am going to kind of go over what is working for me and what is not, and that way we can do the next video, which is going to be the monthly reset. I'm going to start a monthly reset, setting some goals with you, intentions with you on the camera. So that way you guys can be my accountability partners, and then I can show you throughout the month what's going on with those goals that I've set for the month. All right, first up, let's talk about this guy. This is a tiny little pocket planner. It's a pocket rings. And if you guys follow me for a while now, it's no surprise I go back and forth with the pocket and the A6 and the personal. This has been amazing once I set my mind to it. So hear me out. In the beginning, I was thinking this is just way too tiny. I need a Pocket Plus. And so for a while, you guys, I have been using the Pocket Plus planner inserts, which I loved. Still have it like on my desk. It's like hard to let go. This is actually an A6, but this is the Pocket Plus. And I still have it. But while I was switching out my calendar to the new calendar, which is the academic calendar, 2025 and 26. That way I can get the whole school year's worth of information, events, and stuff for the kids stored in here. So I was doing that, and I was honestly doing it in my personal and my A6 because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And also I test out inserts. But once I got into the pocket and just resizing the pocket, I realized, you know what, I'm going to give it a try one more time with actually the pocket inserts, not the Pocket Plus, but the pocket inserts that actually fits in here nicely. As you can see, like there's like space where you can close it. And even then, I did get rid of all of these side tab dividers because I didn't want anything like getting stuck on my pens. And I wanted to use the pen loop because I've always put my pen through the rings, and I think over time it ruins your rings, so don't do that. What I'm doing here is I'm just putting, this is from Cloth and Paper subscription, also the subscription from I think August, and then I just use the sticker for my dailies. I have then the new calendar, the academic calendar for 2025 and 26, all in here. And I started now then migrating everything from my personal and my A6 over to this calendar so that I have a deep view of what's going on in the months to come. And then once these are set with dates, I'm gonna start plugging them in actually on paper instead of these sticky notes all over the place, because obviously the planner itself is so small, and when you're covering it with all these little sticky notes, you can't see anything. So I've been doing that. That's been working out great. And what is different about this pocket ring setup this time around is that I know a few videos ago I did talk about separating personal and work planning, and it kind of was an epic fail in the beginning because I work from home and my schedule is run kind of around my kids' schedules. And so when that happens, what happens is two things. One, it's hard to separate your schedule, your planning, actually, because in my planning system, I always have a schedule and time blocking system. When I don't have me what my kids' schedules are, it's hard for me to plan out the day, my work day. It was absolutely an epic fail. So now I'm doing things a little bit differently because I do need to still separate the home, the personal stuff with the work stuff. I have so much stuff to do, so many hats I wear in my work, in my career, as well as in my home, so many hats. And so there are just so many tasks in the personal side as well as the work side that it is almost impossible sometimes. I sometimes like pat myself on the back because I am proud of how much work I got to actually get done in that day when I had all these other things going on in the house with the family and like personal tasks. So I kind of want to go away from that and start practicing the right way of work ethics, working and separating those work hours with personal life, and also teach our children and my husband that I do need those separated hours to really focus in on work tasks instead of like, okay, Helen can do everything, right? Because it just is something that comes with working from home. And I think those of you guys who work from home, like you guys can probably relate with me. You throw in a laundry during your break, you come back and you're doing your work, and then you're like, oh shoot, it's been 2 hours since I moved to the washer and not into the dryer. Now you got to run your wash again. And then, every 5 minutes of break I get, I'm like doing the dishes, and then I come back and then I do dishes again and I come back. And it's like, where is the focus? Where's the focal point in the project that I'm building? It's been a wild ride, and I do need to absolutely now separate the work and home. I have really simplified this system, the personal side, to where I have the monthly calendar. This is more of future planning. Because this is so tiny, I could carry it in my purse, I could carry it upstairs, I could carry it downstairs, I could carry it while I'm going to doctor's appointments, wherever. So this kind of serves as my schedule inbox. So I capture all my schedules and appointments in there. And then the meal planning and grocery list, I do it now in here, because when I am out and about with the kiddos and I need to stop by the grocery, I have no idea what's going on. So because it's written in my main planner, which is sitting nicely at home. And so then I decided I need to move that into here so I could meal plan in here, and also I can have all my grocery list in here. And then I also moved my personal future inbox into this quarterly planner that I just created. So this is gonna serve as my capturing inbox, things that are just cluttering my head, like, oh, I need to get the carpet cleaned, I need to go get an oil change, or whatever the case. Whatever's in my head, I capture it in here and put it under the month that it should happen. So that way, when I'm planning out the month and doing a monthly reset, which you'll see in another video, I can look in here and say, okay, let's do all that, XYZ. Then I have the weeklies. And so the weeklies, I'm going to change it around just because I do design different layouts in different months. For the most part, I love this layout. And so it goes Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it has my habit routines as well as the tasks for that week that I picked up, this type of a list, this inbox captured, right? Then I also have my dailies. Now, these are undated dailies. And so therefore, what's cool about it is I don't have to use these dailies every day. I can use my work main planner to carry some of the home admin tasks throughout the day. So I don't need to do this all the time unless it's absolutely personal and I need to get some stuff done, and I just date it on the day that I use it. So I have a bunch of those dailies on 2 pages. Daily journal. I felt like when I'm out and about, sometimes I just feel like I just need a little space to jot down my thoughts and my gratefulness and how I feel today, and confronting what's going on with me, because you just kind of need to take care of yourself. So I put some journaling pages there. And then I have a bunch of cut off from Hobonichi weeks that I cut out a long time ago, because I'm in the car waiting for a child or something, and I have quick ideas that just pop up, and I need a place to capture those ideas. And so I like to draw a lot of the times my ideas, and how my brain works is like very visual. So I pick it up that way, I drop it off that way. So I have these pages to do that. And then once I make it into a project or whatever, then I can rip those pages out and it's just trash. I have some passwords for my kiddos, like computers and stuff like that for their school. Then I have just a quick spending log, a variable spending log when I'm out like drinking coffee or whatever. And then I have some receipts I need to take care of. I need to log into my budget, and then also some cash for like coffee breaks, those kind of things when I'm running errands. I like to get coffee sometimes and dessert and stuff with the kiddos. And so that's cash for that. So that's my personal. Work planning is going to go a little bit faster just because I can't show you all the pages in here. I have 2 A5s. So I have, well, it's not actually an A5 This is a half letter disc bound that I am slowly but surely moving into. Actually, I'm pretty much moved into. However, I do love my A5 rings. It just, there are different pros and cons with this. Perhaps I should do a whole other video with the disc bound versus the ring bound. Let me know in the comments down below, you guys, if you want me to do that. But in this video, I just want to show you the love I have for this planning system. This is working both as my reference as well as my goals and monthly resets, quarterly resets in here. It does hold a lot of paper when I need it, until I file it away, take care of it and file it away. So I love the size for work planning. I don't think I, at this point in time, will ever go down to a smaller size from this or the half letter. But in any scenario, I am moving into the half letter. I don't know how long of this half letter adventure is going to last, but for now I love it. I love it for multiple reasons. Now, I did order a bunch of things. I was filming when a doorbell rang in the last part of this video. Since then, I've received all of Cloth and Paper's purchases that I've made and I was waiting on. I didn't do like a haul. I tried to film it, as you can see, but again, my phone died. I am going to show you what I purchased and how I set this up, and hopefully it'll give you some inspos if you're looking for like a bigger size for work planning, especially if you are going into the office or you're working from home and you need some room to actually grow your thoughts and creativity. This is, I think, a really great size. Obviously, I still stand by my A5, and I can always go back to A5 anytime just because it's already set up and all my reference are in here. However, this is a size I'm setting up for now and using at least for the month of September. This is a Cloth and Paper cover, and I purchased it just to see what they offer, and I have mixed feelings about it, honestly. I'm just really used to like Gillio and rings and things like that. And so obviously with this cover, it's very floppy on the front side. And so you can still see it has like a tiny little fold there, but I mean, I don't mind it. So far, so good. I'm not gonna care too much about it. And I purchased their just like clear $10 cover, which is really nice. I am starting to set it up. I just literally received it yesterday. So anyhow, sorry about the glare. This is a cover that I made and it does its job. Keeps my inside nice and protected. The pockets here, it feels like they're made for credit cards, and so it doesn't go all the way down. It goes up to here, and so I thought I could put a lot of things in the front, but I guess you could certainly put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. They have 7 card slots here, so that's nice. This is in the shop, the academic calendar for 2025 and 26. So it has the 25, 26. Since it's disc bound, what's cool is I can take it out anytime I have to write inside here, this area, the middle area. Whereas with the rings, you have to kind of undo the rings. You have to open up the rings and then close it. With my nice rings, I hate doing that back and forth, back and forth. So a lot of the times, if there are sheets that I need to take out randomly, then I would print it in a 32-pound paper, as I have done here. And I would just do some cutting at the holes. Every page is removable at any given time without doing any damage to the cover or to the disc. So I thought that was cool. So yeah, so I have the calendar all here. I'm starting to set this up. Obviously in September, things are a little bit more set up than it was in August, because I just moved into here end of August. So I'm going to start to update these calendars with kids' school events, after school activity, travels and things until I think it goes, yeah, it goes to August of 2026. So I did purchase this one also from Cloth and Paper, and I have all the photos in one page, and so I don't have photos like mixed up in the middle of nowhere. This is quarterly resets bundle that I will have available. This is a quarterly planning sheet, definitely an academic 25 to 26. It goes with the calendars in the front that will also be in the shop in half letter. I just literally resized it and put it in here. This is a half sheet that I was kind of playing with and seeing what I want in here. I think what I'll do is just create a habits half page, because that's what I've been doing. I started here in week 33 testing it out. Love the size, love the size. We're in week 36. We're here now. Our dailies are undated. Our dailies, I have things that I've been writing down. Again, much more room. I don't need to go and find another notebook space. So I was testing it out like this, where I was putting all my weekly stuff in here and then just moving it from page to page. So I will see about that, but I am using it right now as just some, let me see, where am I using it? I was using it somewhere. Oh, I think I'm using it in here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm using it in here, testing out those sheets. But like, this is pretty much what I need. This is kind of my routine of what I need to do for work all day for the two companies. And so I wrote it down as like 30 minutes do this, 30 minutes do that, 60 minutes do this on a daily basis. And if I don't, like for example, like on this day I didn't do those 4 things, then I would make it up somewhere else. So I would either double up on Wednesday, or I would work Saturday or Sunday, because I'm only counting 5 days, working days. So hope that makes sense. This way I get to touch upon every project on a daily basis, on a regular basis. Even if I missed that one day, I made it up somewhere else. So that helps me to see that. This is not a habit tracker by any means, but this is definitely something to help me with the projects and to just like move it along. What's happening here is I do have my work here in this section of the binder. I'm separating it that way because on days where I'm only working on my desk, I don't necessarily need to take this out of my purse, go in here to look at what's going on in my personal life. When I am out and about, or I'm traveling or something like this, then it would be really cool to have all my personal stuff stored in here so I don't have to go back and forth. That's just a thought process. Again, things change all the time. I'm always trying to find a better efficient way of doing things. So that's the idea here, but again, we're just working through things. So those are my dailies. I do have these dailies, I'm not using it right now. I did purchase this also. This is a 31-day like MD undated, and I thought it'd be cool to use it for like work tracking, like project tracking. So I would write down each project here throughout the year. It doesn't really matter what year or what month, I guess, because it's undated. And then I can track like from the beginning of the month, the 1st to the 31st, how many days I was on that project. Or I was thinking I could just on the minutes, how many minutes. So I could total tally up at the end of the project how many minutes were spent on that project. Me personally, not my team members, obviously. And this section right here is finance. So I have the yearly money mind map. These inserts, so you'll see that as a yearly, like monthly, everything all bundled up. And I also have a folder here that just stores like loose pages or bills maybe, or something from the office that they to do something with. And then just the end cover, and that's it. So that is the half letter. I am using a 1.25 inch disc in color silver. It's metal. I think I'm gonna purchase 1.5 on the next run. Use the 1.5 with my Louis Vuitton. It is a little bit sturdier. I don't know, we'll see. I might fall in love with this cover, who knows. But I also want to have that option, and if I were to buy another set of discs, I would definitely buy the gold. It would be nice to have different colors. That's about it. Thanks for sticking around, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. You will see a lot more half letter inserts resized in the shop. Currently I have 50 or so products in the shop, and then different sizes, just varies. Let me know in the comments down below what size planner you guys are using in the month of September, and what's your plans for 2026. I have not even checked out Hobonichi, but I see videos all the time. Definitely watching. But I think if I were to buy something from Hobonichi, I think the one planner I will buy is going to be the Hobonichi Weeks. I love using that thing as my wallet planner. So if I do end up getting that, it might replace this, my journal. We'll see about that. But right now we are happy with this work planner and this personal. This is a pocket size, don't get confused, but this is my personal planner. I don't have work related stuff in here. Really finishing the year strong. We're trying to anyways, with these two planners. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.